welcome to Rosebank Farm. In this video, I'd like to talk about getting a new swing. Our old swing was falling apart, some of the pieces were missing, and we'll go over and take a look at the swing. And I just wanted a swing that reminded me of the swing that I knew as a child. There's a cement pad here underneath the catalpa tree, and there's been a swing here as long as I can remember from when I was little. I'll put a picture of my mother holding me on an original swing. The picture is from 1969. When we bought the house off of my grandfather, there was a swing very similar to this one that we just bought, and I will show that to you. And so that's what I was looking for as I was shopping at different home centers, and then I ended up buying the new swing online through Amazon, and it's sold by Eco-Mercify. I'll show you the picture of it. Let's go take a look at the old swing, and I'll explain why I wanted a new one. So here's the old swing. Like I said, it's still structurally sound, it holds weight, everything like that is fine. The main reason why I wanted a new swing was these slats in the back are falling out. All of them are loose and wiggly, but we've lost 4 slats. They're gone. Don't know what happened to them. And I just don't like the look of the swing anymore. It's also wider. It fits 3 people comfortably, or a lot of kids, but it's wider than the original swing and what the space is up in the catalpa tree. So the chains would always hang like at a V angle, with the wide part of the V being down to the swing. Now my husband says he'll take all those little slats out and he's going to make a board fit horizontally there as a back support. And we're thinking about putting this swing down in the barn. We've had it in the barn during the winter when it's not full of hay. We will use this swing somewhere else on the farm after my husband fixes the back. Well, now I'd like to take you through the process of getting the swing ready. So it came just bare wood, and so the first thing I did was prime it and paint it. So let's go through those steps. So here is part of the new swing that I ordered, and right now I need to paint this with a primer sealer as my first coat. So the first piece is done. I've got it painted with the primer sealer, so we got our first coat on there. So we're gonna let that dry a little bit, and I will go get the other parts. The first piece I painted, I think, is the back, and I tried to get in between the slats as best I could. I think I'm going to go grab a sponge craft brush as I paint the seat now, so I can get in between the slats. But overall, I think it's pretty good, and we'll move on to the next piece. Next, I'm going to work on the arms of the swing. I ended up using 2 different sizes of paint brushes. I used a 3-inch for most of the painting, and then my husband got me a 1-inch paintbrush so I could get in between the slats. So I'll probably use the 1-inch to get in between the holes where the chains will go. Now I'm ready to start on the underside of the back of the swing, so you can see my drips. I'm not a very neat painter, but I'm excited to see this swing come together, and it'll look really nice once we get it all finished. I have the swing all primed and sealed now. We're just letting it dry. So there are the arm pieces, and here is the seat. And I tried to get down in the cracks with a smaller paintbrush. So I think I'm going to let this dry for a day and maybe take up this project on another day and get the coat of paint on it. And after that, we'll show you how to put it together. The paint I'm going to use for the swing is Valspar Duramax High Hiding Paint and Primer. all-weather adhesion. And the color is in, let me see right there, Glacier Mist. It's kind of a blue-gray. It's the color that I kind of remember the swing being from my childhood. And so I'm not going to show you me painting it again. It's the similar process. I'm going to be using a 3-inch brush and a 1-inch brush to get in between the slats. And I plan on giving it at least 2 coats of paint. We'll see how that goes. So I'll put some pictures of me painting, but let's just speed through that process. The directions say the first step to assembling the swing is to lay the top and the bottom together like so, and to put the bolts in with the heads facing the center. So I've got them in place. I just need to get them all the way threaded through.
Does this need to be leaning back?
Well, no, it's just how you're lining it up.
Yeah, right. So
Make sure they're both straight. About right there, huh? Is that what you want?
Okay, just go real slow.
Yeah. You want it to be a, well, no, you can't really go over.
This is
too
gonna
much, can you?
flush right there, man. Bud? Yeah.
There, good, good, good.
The chain supposed to be on there?
Yeah. Even tightening it.
Yeah.
Hey, we are adjusting the chain length. We need longer chains, so we're adding a S-hook to join them together and add it to the old chain.
My goal is to find all the babies. See, we got enough baby chains. I'm gonna get that chain out of the
I wonder why sometimes it wants to hook, sometimes it doesn't.
These are piled on the pieces.
There you go.
The chains that came with the swing weren't long enough to go all the way to the catalpa tree, so we had to add these old extensions so it would be at a good height. And so this is what we use to join the two together. One safety feature I'd like to talk about is making sure that if you have to use any kind of an extension on your chain, make sure you use something that is going to support your weight. Now, the first time we put the swing up, my husband used an S-hook, and he asked me to try it out, and I sat down and the swing went to the ground. The S-hooks literally straightened out. All right, the swing is up. There you can see the old swing in the background. Who's going to test it? Oh, don't everybody volunteer at once. Who's going to test it? So right now I'd like to give you a tour of the finished swing and the area where it sits. And let's turn the camera around and take a look. Coming across the front of my house, the road is to the right, my house is to the left. This is the view. The swing is partly hidden by the pine tree, and I really think my grandmother planted that pine tree there on purpose, because when you're sitting on the swing in the evening, the sun would just blind you, and the pine tree is an evergreen that gives it shade. So you're partially hidden. So as we come up, we have the trampoline to the left. And here is the cement pad. The story goes that my uncle, my mom, and my aunt, they would swing in the spot so much that they created a deep mud pit. So my grandfather poured this big cement pad underneath the swing, and I just love it. And it's a good pour. It doesn't have any cracks in it or anything. So over to the right is the big catalpa that it's in. And there's the limb that it is suspended on. This is the view from the back of the swing. The branch is grown, and so where the original hooks are in the limb is now off center of the cement pad. But that's okay. I have room for a little bistro set there, and the kids like to sit there and have a snack or eat, and it's more seating when we have company. So it works. But this is the view when you're sitting on the swing. I'm able to see the children as they're climbing in the magnolia tree over there. And I'm also able to easily turn and watch them jumping on the trampoline. So this is a good spot, and it's really peaceful, and I really enjoy the swing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little bit and enjoyed watching us install our new swing. And I hope you have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. God bless. Bye. How do you like the new swing?
It's good.
I think it's good too.
And we can climb on trees.